Hey there. There are four ideas that I have come across after interviewing dozens and dozens of people that have left corporate and have entered a career in fractional leader consulting or consulting. And I want to share those with you today because I feel like if this is something that you're considering or you've recently got into, these are really important ideas to consider and think about as you're moving into this space. The first one is money. You've got to figure out what is your baseline for money. What is the minimum amount of money you need to pay the bills and keep your lights on and keep things going without draining savings or draining other resources or putting yourself in a pinch otherwise. The other thing is to look at what do you have to invest in this business. All businesses, big or small, are going to take some investment in order to actually get them going and get them running. The other thing is the runway. There's an expression that's often used that says how long of a runway before you'll be paying yourself full time or being able to support yourself full time. So this is a period of time that you have in which to start growing, building the business, making your mistakes, figuring things out, and getting things dialed in for yourself. And you want to make sure that you have at least 6 months of runway to get yourself going. Even a year would be a better cushion for that. And so by getting a real handle on where your money is at, as you begin to work, you'll save yourself a lot of the fear and anxiety that's going to come up when things aren't happening as fast as you would like them to, because things never happen as fast as we would like them to. The second thing is to find or create a support group. So it's really essential when you leave a corporate or organizational environment, you have a lot of people around you generating who you are, generating your leadership, your position. When you go out and start consulting, that all goes away. You are just who you say you are because you're who you say you are. And people experience frequently they experience that the voice in their head basically telling them, like, maybe I'm not good at this, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. And it makes no difference how many years of experience or how seasoned you are. These fears come up and are fed by that anxiety or the anxiety of something not happening. So it's really essential to get yourself around other people that can support you and help generate you for the person that you say that you are. Another resource is to get yourself a coach so that you can be processing your decisions, making the best decisions, and maximizing your effort and your time. But definitely find an avenue where you can get yourself supported throughout this process. This is not something that you want to find yourself by yourself in your head thinking about how this is going to go for yourself. The other thing that I have learned is that one of the very first things that a lot of successful consultants have done has reach out to the previous companies that they've worked for over their career. And so oftentimes these will be really fruitful conversations because these are people that you already have relationships with and people that you can ask them questions about. What are they dealing with that you currently would be able to solve or help with? A lot of times I've heard of fractionals basically filling up two or three engagements just by reaching out to the people that they already have relationships and that they already know and have some trust factor in place with, and gets them off to a really terrific start, which of course makes the whole money anxiety like quell as well, to have that going, just knowing that maybe there's a few more engagements to fill out in order to be as busy as a fractional professional wants to be. The other one is to develop a conversation strategy. All of this is about reaching out and creating awareness with those that you want to help in terms of the kind of help that you can bring them. And if you've not worked in any kind of selling before, then you're going to definitely want to have a strategy. And this applies even if you're networking with other fractional professionals, which is the number one way that fractionals are finding their opportunities and finding new engagements for themselves, is by doing this. And so A conversational strategy gives you a clear idea of where to lead the conversation. Because as a consultant, if you're going to lead, you have to show up as a leader, have the presence of the leader, and communicate like a leader, leading conversations into awareness that can lead into opportunities. It is night and day difference from the process of interviewing or interviewing for open roles. This fractional space is one that is new, and it's one that is really being driven by the supply side. So there's a lot more people that are going out and talking about fractional work, doing fractional work, and companies are just starting to recognize and wake up to this possibility as something that they could leverage for their companies. That's really exciting too, though, because that means you get to be involved in shaping what that looks like before they do, in that sense. So you can start shaping the boundaries of those engagements, the financial expectations, the pay of those in advance as this is developing before the norms around it are getting established. So I hope you find those ideas compelling and interesting. I'd love to hear back from you what your thoughts are, and if there's any other ideas that maybe I didn't share that you think should have been in this live broadcast. I'm Jason, communication coach Jason Jones with the Coaching Hour.